Welcome back to the channel. Continuing the previous video. In the previous video, just to recap, we have created a new database and we have created a new table. And also we got to know how to drop the existing database or schema in MySQL workbench. So further, we have got to know how to run the select query, select star from the table name. So that we can get to know what are the columns and what is the data available in the rows. And third and last, we have got to know how to see the description of the table which we have created. So further, in addition to yesterday's video, we just continue with the create table concept. So in addition to yesterday's lecture, so I'm creating a new table called let's give it a name as school underscore data. So which comes school data means entire organization, employees, tabs, all the details we will be getting to know. So in this we will be selecting the columns as name, comma, roll number, underscore number from the table which we have created previously. So this is one of the way how we can use the existing columns in the different table to create a new table. So I'll just run this table. Let's see the output. So the table got created. You can see below school data table got created, in which we have used the columns which we have previously used to create a table. So from the existing table, which is called student details, we just picked the same columns which were being used in the school student details to create new table as school data. So now we'll just execute the select query for the school data table. Select star from school underscore data. So if I run this, this is the thing which we can get. So next we will also see the description of the table. So let's see the data type got changed or the same data types which we have given in the student details table is being visible or not. So in description, school underscore data. So if I run this, so the same description, same data type which we have used in this query, sorry, in this student table is being reflected here. So you can see name, roll number, name have varchar 256, roll number as integer. So same thing you can also see here, name and integer. So this is the way how we can create the table using different existing columns from the different table which is already created in the database. So let's get to know how to drop the database, how to drop the table, sorry, not database, table. So to drop the table from the database, we need to just write drop table. We can drop the table, the school which we have recently created, school data. So enter. the query executed successfully, just we'll run the select query and we can check whether the table is dropped or not. So here they have thrown an error that table doesn't exist in the schema. We can also check the tables which we have created here. See here student details which is already available. So if I run the query, same query which we used for creating the school data, and check the left navigation bar, we can see once the table gets created, you can just refresh this, refresh, and you can also see the school data. So you can also check in this way that whether the tables were created or not. So I'm dropping the table again, so same will be refreshed immediately. So we have covered few topics now, like just I'll revise the topics. First thing, table creation, and selecting the select query for the table created. Third, and description of the table. And fourth concept, we learned how to drop the table in the data. So we learned how to create a new table in database. So let's see how can we modify the table which we have created in database. So let's go for alter table. So in alter table, we're going to learn how to add a new column in existing table, and how to modify the column in the table, and how to drop the column from the existing table. So let's go with first thing. So at first we'll just select the table which you have created previously. Select star from student underscore details. So this is the table which we have created. So now let's see the description of the table. Student underscore details. So we have run the query. You can see we have created the table with 4 columns called name, roll number, date of joining, class. So let's add one more column by using alter table function. So the syntax will be alter table, alter table. So what is the table we are going to modify? Student underscore details, and we are going to add a new column. So we are going to write add keyword add column called admission underscore fee, and data type will be varchar 256. So this is the alter query which we are going to add new column in the database, in the table. So I'm selecting the query and I'm executing it. So once I executed, you can see the query is executed successfully, and the zeros are affected, and there are no warnings and no duplicates. So just we run the description of the table to just check whether the column created successfully or not. Yes, the column got created. So to add any column in the table, so we used to use the syntax as alter table and table name and add column. So what are the column? Column 1 I'll take column 1. So this will be the data type. So this is the syntax which we will be using. So with this we have created a new column in the database. If the value is null, in later lectures we're going to learn how to insert the data in the table. So let's focus on the alter table. So first thing we got to know how to add a new column. In the second concept is how to modify the existing column. So for this also we are going to alter the table. We are going to modify the table. So we are modifying student underscore details, and we are going to use modify keyword to modify the admission underscore fee. So what we are going to modify? We are going to modify the data type. So I'm going to change the data type as integer. Earlier we kept it as varchar string, so we can check this. This is varchar. So now we are going to modify it as integer. So I'm selecting it. I will be executing the query. So here you can see the table successfully got altered and the data type is changed. So let's confirm whether the data type is changed or not. Yes, it changed into integer. Okay, this is the way how we change the data type of the column which is already existing in the database. So this is the way how we modify the column, and we can also drop the column which we have created. So I'm dropping the column by using the drop keyword. So the syntax will be alter table student underscore details drop column which is admission underscore fee. So now when I execute the query, so this is the existing status of our table, like roll number, name, roll number, date of joining class and admission fee. So now we're going to drop the table, so drop the column. So when I select the query which we have written alter table student details and drop column admission fee, just I'm executing the query. Once I executed it, query executed successfully without any errors. So now we recheck the description of the table, so we don't find the column because we dropped the column. So once again I'll create the column. So it got created with alter table using add keyword, adding the keyword with varchar. So we dropped the column and I have already created a new column. So once we check the description, here the table column is already created. So I just want to rename the column. So how can you rename the column? So there is this, we should use rename column keyword to rename the column which is already existing in the table. So I'll write the syntax alter table student underscore details, write rename column. So rename column, which column we are going to rename, which is admission addition underscore fee to how we are to matlab from this is the old column name, we are renaming it to admission fee without any underscore. So I am ending the query. I'll just rename this, I'll just select it and execute the query. So the query got executed successfully. So now we can check the description of the table. So if I check from underscore to without any underscore, under admission underscore fee to admission, you can also rename the column using this syntax. So this is the alter table concept which we have covered today. So in the later lectures we will be moving to few of the topics. So now we have covered how to create the database, how to drop the database, how to create the table, how to drop the table, and how to order the table. So in the next video we will be going to constraints, like what are the constraints we can use while creating the table and how we can change the table structure. So default, check, not null, unique, primary key, foreign key, create, indexes and all, and also along with the data types. As you can see here we have used varchar integer, and in the previous lecture also we have used few of the data types like date and all. So in detail we are going to deep dive into this concepts in the later videos. So thank you.